Hello and welcome to the Silver Edition. I'm Caitlin Geib and our guest today is Monona Grove School District's orchestra instructor, Carl Davick. Carl, welcome to our show.
Well, thank you for having me.
Of course, we're so excited to have you here.
I'm excited.
Now, for our audience, can you share a bit about yourself and how long you've been working at Monona Grove?
Oh my gosh, yes. So this is my 32nd year here at Monona Grove. I started in 1993, and at the time when I started, there were 12 kids in the high school orchestra.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and the community grew, and we just kept growing with the community. So now we've got just a host of kids in orchestra.
Yeah, and it's so much fun. Now, what or who inspired you to become a music teacher?
So I grew up in Minot, North Dakota, and I had the most fabulous high school orchestra teacher. We called him Mr. T. His name was Jimmy Tangesdahl, and he was a world-class fiddler. He won fiddling competitions, and he was my total inspiration to want to go on into music and into music education.
That's awesome. Now, did you have any childhood music education, and what did that consist of?
So where I grew up, we started strings in 4th grade, and I would go down once a week. I was in a small school, and so I started playing bass in the 4th grade because I liked what it looked like. And my 4th grade teacher, Mr. Skakun, this fabulous kind of diminutive Russian man, got me started really great on the bass, and then I just kept going playing the bass throughout middle school and high school, and thought this is great. I want this to be a more part of what I do, and kept playing then in college.
What education did you have to become a music teacher?
Went to college, wasn't sure I wanted to be a music education major or what I wanted to do, but I knew I wanted to keep music in my life. So I was in the orchestra, and this was at St. Olaf College, and I thought, I think I'd like to teach. And so to do that, you had to be a music major and take all the music classes, of course. Theory, ear training, music history, all those classes, and then you had to take the education classes. Intro to education, psychology classes, pedagogy classes, and so then those kind of got you set to then go student teach.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Did you come from a musical family?
I'd say yes, but my parents and siblings weren't performing musicians. But my dad was a pianist, and my older siblings were involved in high school music as well. But my dad was a pianist, and so it was not uncommon, for us to finish dinner, and then he'd go sit down on the piano, and I'd grab my bass, and he'd play stuff, and I'd play bass with him. So
that sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's fun.
So are you involved in a symphony orchestra or any other musical group?
Yeah. So I play in the Madison Symphony Orchestra.
Yeah.
I've been a tenured member since my arrival in 1993, and so we play downtown. It's the kind of once the school year starts, I kind of end up working 2 jobs because the symphony plays once every 6 weeks or so, and the rehearsals are at night. So I finish up here, grab something to eat, drive downtown, try to get there about 6:30. Rehearsal starts at 7, goes till 10. Get home, get up and do it again. But it's great. So I get to do that. And then I've also been fortunate enough to, over the years, play in some of the pit orchestras for Broadway musicals that have come to town. And that's, so they come through, and oftentimes they'll hire local musicians that then play along with their traveling staff. And so I've had the good fortune to play the musical Wicked 2 times, Phantom of the Opera, Billy Elliot. So yeah, a lot of great shows.
Wow. What music extracurricular activities do you advise or participate in?
So I just think it's so valuable. I mean, it's kind of extracurricular. We kind of do it in a class, but we recently had solo ensemble, and it's such a wonderful opportunity for students to showcase the skills and work they've been doing, either on a solo piece, a concerto, or a sonata, or it might be a duet or a trio or a quartet that they've worked on with some of their friends, and that kind of playing is so valuable to help students grow, because it requires so much musical independence rather than following somebody that's doing this. You have to have that internal beat and rhythm, and so I would encourage students to really take part of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know I've taken a lot away from solo and ensemble the past few years. Is there a music event that you look forward to each and every year?
Yes, String Festival. We're going to do this year. Our festival's coming up on Monday. Wearing a couple of years ago. What was this? 2000? Does it say? You're in the eighth grade for that one?
So it was 2023.
2023. Yeah. So I love String Festival. It's String Festival. Every string player, as you know, in grades 4 all the way up through grades 12. Will be on the stage, or on the gym floor, which is our stage, performing. And this year's theme, do you want to say the theme for this year?
This year's theme is Hues in Harmony.
So every orchestra is going to perform a piece that is associated with a color. And we've got everything from Orange Jam, Mr. Blue Sky by ELO, one of my favorites. Loving working on that one. We're playing Just Give Me a Reason by Pink. Some of the elementary kids are playing something from Seventh Nation Army. What would that song be? It's got a color to it. I can't remember the color name, but it's a great event. It packs the gym, and it's just a event where kids make memories. They look forward to playing with the older kids, like the young ones look forward to playing with high schoolers. And then we always end with a grand finale piece. And for 23 years, for 28 years, it was Tchaikovsky's great 1812 Overture. Coming out of the pandemic, we decided to shift gears, if you will, and go to another great masterwork, and that's Beethoven's Ode to Joy. And we can't think of a better piece that celebrates the joy of music making than the Ode to Joy, which is about peace and brotherhood. So
I know that's been my favorite.
Yeah.
And as we begin to wrap up our show today, do you have anything that you would like to share with our viewers? So
for me, being involved in music, as a performer, and as an educator, really has been my entire life. When I look back, I've given a concert, for an audience every year since 1976. I've always had at least one concert that I've been a part of, and the joy that I get from being involved, performing, making music, and being able to share that with students, and go through the process of rehearsing, the struggle through things, and then get to put that on stage and share in the moment of really having an experience of joy and beauty. That has been a gift to me, for the 35 years that I've been teaching.
Thank you so much for coming today. If you would like to see more episodes of the Silver Edition, please visit us on Monona Community Media's YouTube page, or download the Monona Go app by going to your smartphone's app store. Thanks everyone for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Bye.